If you're looking for some booze this Halloween, now you can get some while also helping out a good cause.
I heard what you did there. A Hallo-Wine fall festival held by Homestart benefits domestic violence victims. Here with details on the event is Laura Tancredi-Basie, CEO of Homestart. Laura, first of all, tell people a little bit about Homestart, what you guys do in this community.
Thank you. For 46 years, we've been in San Diego, and our mission is to prevent child abuse and neglect and to strengthen families that are at risk.
Fantastic. So this big fundraiser that's coming up during Domestic Violence Prevention Month is going to help fund what?
Well, we have a wide variety of programs from prevention to early intervention. We do a special housing program for homeless young moms. And then we also have behavioral health services and treatment for kids and families that have been exposed to some sort of violence or trauma.
How many families do you typically help in a month or in a year?
We actually touch about 18,000 lives every single year in San Diego County, and some of those programs are broader. We have a housing program, so the numbers might be smaller, but they live in our program and they live in our housing, and they get counseling, they get parenting education. We help them get a job. We help them with anything they need to be successful.
Let's talk about the fundraiser that's happening. This involves wine and wine tasting.
Yes, it's Hallo-Wine Fall Festival, and it has tastes of wine, beer, spirits, and lots of different kinds of food. We have many, many vendors that all donate the services. So it's a fun event at Burnham House. It's between 3 and 6 p.m. this Saturday, and you get a taste of everything your heart desires.
And a Lyft voucher, I see. $10 Lyft voucher. That's smart.
In case you have a few extra tastes, you do not have to drive.
It sounds like a good time. How many, have you done this before?
I think this is our 11th year, so yes, we have done it before.
You know, you've helped a lot of people affected by domestic violence. Does one particular story about a family stand out in your mind?
You know, there's so many stories, but I actually just met with one of our young moms who's living in our housing program. She wants to share a little bit of her story on Saturday. Her name is Precious, and so she talked about growing up in a very violent home. There's a lot of guns and drugs and violence, and when she was 16, her brother actually had shot someone, and the police broke into her home, and she was grabbed, and it was very, very traumatizing for her. She was removed from her home, was in and out of foster care, and she entered our housing program about 2.5 months ago. She has a beautiful little 1-year-old son, and she's completely turning her life around. She's in our counseling, she's getting parenting education, she's meeting with our child development specialist. She said her case manager is her person who's helping her to be successful, and she feels like her life is turned around, and she wants to share that with others. So I'm proud of her, and those of you can join us on Saturday, you'll hear a little bit of her story.
That's incredible. We know that domestic violence is rampant here. We just reported last week, I think, 17,000 reports of domestic violence last year, and so much goes unreported. So if somebody's at home, they need help, or they know somebody that needs help, what can they do?
They can call 911, they can call the local police or sheriff's department. There's also a child abuse hotline if there's concern about a child, because they think somewhere between 30 and 60% of domestic violence, there's also child abuse in that home. Reach out, tell somebody, tell anybody. Share your story.
Laura, thank you for coming on and sharing. We wish you immense success on Saturday at the Big Wine Fest.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. And we'll put a link to that on KUSI.com.
Well,